Hello, movie lovers, and welcome to today's show. This is just going to be a little bit of an announcement. This is going to be more of a little bit laid back kind of show than what we normally do and everything. As a matter of fact, I didn't even put any announcements or anything like that to let everyone know that I'm going live. Basically, your announcement will be on Facebook to let everyone know that we are live. But we decided to make some announcements about what's going on with the page as well as what's going on with the podcast itself. For starters, I just wanted to start off with the page. First off, I've been kind of busy on the movie news and things like that, as far as putting together some of the movie news stuff like I normally do. But I promise you guys sometime soon that I'm going to be getting back into doing writing out some articles and stuff like that as far as that goes. But we also have some announcements as far as the podcast itself goes. And Charlie, I'm going to let you go on ahead and make some of the announcements for this month, and then I'll make one final one for what I'm doing for this month.
Sure thing. So, Tenet right now planned for Thursday. If like for all you fans that liked us are covering our year in review segments, we're gonna start on Thursday, 8 p.m. John's time, 9 p.m. my time. We're gonna be live with my buddy Sean and another guest. We're going to talk about the best movies of 2012. So we'll be doing that hopefully on Thursday. Again, times could change, so we'll see. We'll keep you guys posted on that, but we'll be focusing on the best of 2012, which was a pretty good year of movies. So everybody start getting ideas of what was your favorite movies and join us live for that on Thursday, because we want to know what were your favorite movies of 2012. It's kind of tough year to figure out there's so many good stuff, so it's hard to figure out what was the best movie. So you'll find that out on Thursday. And then sometime next week, I believe, do we have a date yet, John, for when we're going to do? So next week, March 31st, is the HBO Max release of Kong vs. Godzilla. Yeah. We will be doing the review for that probably right now. I think
April 1st.
We're going to try to do that on April 1st. And this is not an April Fool's joke, everybody. So we're going to try to do that on April 1st, just to give some people enough time to be able to watch it, because you're not going to be able to. Not many people have that ability to just watch the movies at home. Some people are working, so we just wanted to give you guys that time. So we'll be doing that in April 1st.
At 8 o'clock p.m.,
yeah,
6 o'clock
p.m. 6 p.m. Pacific time, 9 p.m. Eastern time. I think that's all that we got covered for March. And then you have
I do have one other thing real quick. On the 24th, Rossi is actually going to be joining me for a special stereo review of White Boy Named Rick. That's going to be at 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific Time. So join us on stereo. If you can't join us on stereo, that's perfectly fine, because you'll be able to listen to that on the audio-only podcast, where you get your podcast from. So you guys can actually listen to it over there. What else do you have?
That was all I got for March.
Okay.
Yeah, I think now we can move into April.
Okay, for as April goes and everything, the first week of April, I'm going to be taking some time off. But not. Here's the thing. I know April 1st we said that we were going to do the King Kong versus Godzilla. We're still going to cover that. So it'll be Monday through Friday that I'm going to be taking some time off, and then I'll be back Saturday and Sunday and go throughout the whole entire month of that. So it's just going to be where Monday through Friday I'm taking some time off from myself and things like that, as far as reviewing movies and stuff. But I think Sean and Charlie might actually try and do something during that time, because if I'm not here, they're going to take the reins sometimes and host a couple of shows. I'll run behind the scenes stuff, and that's about it for that.
Yeah, we don't have an official date yet, but tentatively that week, I think Sean and I, and my other buddy Tim, the three of us worked together at a movie theater for quite a long time. So the show might be focused in on that, about just us talking about what was it like to work at a movie theater. I can't give you an exact date when we're doing that yet, because we've just been talking about it. This week or so we'll try to talk about it and then figure out, and I'll let you guys, John and I will let you know what the dates are going to be for that, but that one I'm not really sure when we're going to do that.
Okay, another thing I want to mention is this. We are still going to do our Falcon and Winter Soldier after show. So on Friday, you will see me then. I know that's on Monday through Friday, but that's the only thing that I'm going to be doing is on that Friday is just doing the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So it's just like a little small break just to get things focused a little bit more. But I'm still going to be doing the Falcon and the Winter Soldier after show. As a matter of fact, I actually have a special guest with me. Vernon Kelly is going to be joining us for that. I was on his show last month for Marvel vs. DC. The episode with me on it is going to drop tomorrow. So make sure you keep an eye out on that whenever I post it. It's just a little small 30-minute show that I was on with him for, but it was a great conversation back and forth. But yeah, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier after show, it starts at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific Time for that. But yeah, that's what I have going on as far as any after show going on for right now.
Okay. So, and then tentatively, we're thinking about, since there are a lot of and on top of Falcon and Winter Soldier, which I don't think this is good timing by Disney, but they're releasing the Mighty Ducks sequel TV show. The Mighty Ducks is doing a sequel show. Gordon Bombay is back, and apparently some of the castmates from the original movie and characters from the original movie are supposed to be back in the show. Don't know what capacity, but apparently, Mighty Ducks has got a show. So before we do that show, we're gonna do a review for the first two Mighty Duck movies, which are personally the only two good ones out of all three of them. But again, we don't know. That'll be sometime in April as well. But just so you're aware that there's a Mighty Ducks series, and that premieres on Friday. So probably after you get your Falcon and Winter Soldier fixed in there and find out, hopefully, after you get your Falcon Winter Soldier fixed, then turn it into the Mighty Ducks.
Exactly. Because we're actually going to be doing that on Saturday for the Mighty Ducks after show. So that's going to be of course, it's going to be 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time, 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific Time for that. But yeah, that's what I figured was we'll have time for people to give some breathing room for people who love the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, listen in on our conversation without having to rush anything. And then Saturday night, we'll go on ahead and go into our Mighty Ducks review for the very first episode. Also, too, we might actually do a review for the first two films just to see where we're at, see if our audience would actually like that or not. But if you do like some of the stuff that we're mentioning, even after this show, go ahead and comment in the comment section below and let us know what you think. Because I'm very interested in what you guys have to say.
Yes. This show is for you guys, so we want to know what would you like us to cover just as well. We're giving you guys these ideas, but what would you what would you guys like us to do? Is there specific stuff you want us to cover for reviews? Is there a series of movies you want us to cover? Speaking of series, since we've been covering a lot lately on the chick flick movies, so The Notebook and it's A Walk to Remember. Rest assured, Action Junkies, we're going back into that series, and the month of April we're going to be covering the Rambo series. So we'll be doing, we're gonna be taking on the Rambo series. So we're gonna be review all 5 movies, and then we'll probably have a show afterwards where we rate our favorite Rambo movie. I don't really need to do the show to tell you where my number 1 is, but we'll be doing that anyway. And we'll be all 3 of us, and my buddy Sean's going to be joining us for this, and we're fully invested in. We're all huge Stallone fans. We're big Rambo fans, so we're so dedicated. I just bought, and John and Sean will really get at some point to red headbands. So all 3 of us will be wearing headbands. We're not going full camo. We're not going to do the face paint or anything, but
no.
Just to appease all audiences, because we've been doing a lot of the chick flick movies. Now we're going into the full manly stuff.
Definitely, and I enjoyed doing some of the chick flick stuff, things like that. But I just think it's time to do a little bit of manly stuff, and then if we wanted to, we can come back and do some romantic stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that you guys actually supported that. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed the romantic stuff that we've done, because we had a blast actually doing those, because it was definitely different. It was out of our whole entire perspective on how to do it, So I figured about 5 romantic movies that we've done was plenty. Like, for example, I did The Wedding Singer, Walk to Remember. We've also done was the Notebook was the most recent one that we've done.
Yeah.
And then, and then also too, I did 10 Things I Hate About You, which is a romantic comedy thing. So I did 4. We did a total of 4.
I did 2 of them. So it was like 2, like half and half. I liked one, right. Didn't care for the other one. But then again, like you said, I don't typically watch those movies, but I did it just to, like, broaden my horizon. But is that going to change? Am I just going to stop watching action movies now? And I'm excited. I'm excited to do the Rambo movies.
I'm actually excited. It's been a while since I saw the very first Rambo movie, and of course the other couple too. Yeah. So I'm excited to do some Rambo reviews and everything for this trilogy.
Absolutely. They're just like each one gets more intense and violent. The fourth one's probably the most violent.
I agree.
That one's, all right. That's the next thing that we got for next month, John.
Okay, at the end of the month, we have Swordfish, the 2001 film starring John Travolta and, of course, Hugh Jackman and Halle Berry. We're doing that movie at the end of the month for that. And then after that, we're planning on doing The Room review with starring Tommy Wiseau.
Tommy Wiseau.
Wiseau. Okay, well, sorry.
Yeah, it's all good.
And then those of you who are been a big support of our Dexter after show, we are still planning to do our Dexter after shows and stuff like that. We're not sure yet when we're going to begin the new season of Dexter for us to be able to do the actual after show. But I figured, hey, it'll be a great opportunity. Oh, hey, Dennis, how you doing, man? It's good hearing from you. If you don't know who Dennis is and everything, he's someone that I actually interviewed and everything, Love and Marriage. He has a great book out and everything. Go ahead, support him in any way you can. Another thing, too, that like I said before, we weren't sure with the Dexter stuff if, when this after show was going to take place or anything like that. So we decided to do 2 seasons, take a little bit of break, concentrate on some movie stuff, some movie news, TV news, and also doing some TV shows reviews as well. So in between. But everybody's been wanting Dexter. Everybody's been asking us, when are we going to be doing Dexter? Is Dexter gone from our after shows? No, Dexter is far from being over with our after shows. Matter of fact, I'm trying to lead this thing into the new season and bring it up to a high point for us to be excited for this new season, this limited series. Hopefully it'll actually expand out past the limited series. Cross his fingers if this is good. But I'm having a blast just doing the Dexter reviews and things like that. But yeah, that's pretty much the other things that I wanted to mention for that. Is there anything else?
You forgot something big that we're going to be doing. I believe April 18th, we'll be doing the Mortal Kombat review. That one's coming out. So, yeah, I just want to mention that. So, we're going to be doing Mortal Kombat. Yeah, why not? Of course, we're going to do Mortal Kombat. The movie looks sick. We'll have to do it. I think we'll be giving you guys a few days. So it comes out, I think, on the 15th or the 16th. I forgot which date, to be honest, which date it comes out is. One of those. So we'll be doing April it on 18th. It comes out. Okay. So that's when the 19th we'll be doing the review for it. Just to give you guys the time to watch it, and then hop on live with us when we discuss Mortal Kombat. The other thing about Dexter is like that. We're not, like I said, to emphasize what John says. We're not canceling the thing. That thing. We're still focusing on Dexter, and because we're finally got past the first 2 seasons. Now we're getting to the high points of Dexter. The next 2 seasons, 3 and 4, are probably like it's when it hits its peak, when it's good. And then hopefully by then we'll find out when the show's coming back officially, and just because we finished the season and the new series is out, we'll cover that new series too. And that one probably be more of a weekly basis. Would you say, John, when the new season?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll
That
be,
one's okay.
yeah, it'll be just like how we're doing our Falcon and the Winter Soldier stuff, and also when we did our WandaVision stuff, it'll be a weekly show. So that's something else I'm excited about. I'm excited to do some of these weekly podcast episodes to where we're not binging everything all at one time, and we can actually speculate, have a good time at just, seeing where this show is going to go, because that's one of the big things that I'm excited about. We don't know where the show is going to go as far as what this Dexter after show is going to look like, or what this Dexter show is going to look like either. Yeah. So that makes me even more excited that it's a brand new show, and we're also throwing in some old goodies as well, as far as the after show reviews and stuff like that. So I hope that you guys do enjoy season 3 when we actually bring it next month. There is another announcement I want to make on April 8th at 7 o'clock p.m., 8 o'clock Eastern, and 5 o'clock Pacific time. I'm going to be doing a hip-hop evolution on stereo, talking about the evolution of hip-hop with Tamika. That's actually a documentary review that we're doing on stereo itself. Like I said, if you don't have a stereo app, that's okay. You guys don't even have to worry about tuning in live, because I actually upload that from that, and I put it into the podcast itself, so that way it can be uploaded automatically, and it'll be carried over to wherever you get your podcast from for your audio side. So yeah, that's a little bit of things that I'm working on my end. So mark your calendars on April 8th for that. Is there anything else that I'm forgetting?
I think we covered everything in April. I know we'll be, like what John said, we'll at some point in April, everybody's craving for it. We're doing the infamous bad movie, The Room. I'm hyped for it. I love that movie. And we've been getting a lot of chatter like, are you going to do The Room? Are you going to do The Room? And not to confuse anybody, this is The Room, which stars Tommy Wiseau. Not to confuse anybody with A Room with Brie Larson that won that's an Oscar-worthy movie. Room, because there's a lot of difference. Like when somebody told me about The Room, I was like, what, is that the one with Brie Larson? I didn't know what The Room was. So just today, The Room is the infamously bad movie that was turned into a book called The Disaster Artist, which starred James Franco. That came out in 2017. So The Disaster Artist is the movie that preluded The Room, because essentially it's the detailing of how bad the movie was behind the scenes and stuff. But The Room is the one that we'll be covering. And so I'm excited for that one. And then there's some stuff that's down the pipeline, like May. We're thinking about like the theme for May could be Marvel May. So probably like during the month of May, we'll be covering a bunch of Marvel movies, like ones that we haven't done reviews for. You know that we haven't done a review for the Winter Soldier, so that one will be we'll do that one. And then if you guys have any other ideas of what Marvel movies you want us to cover, we can do that. Like in Marvel movies, it's all Marvel. It doesn't have to just be the MCU. We'll probably be covering Deadpool in that month, maybe.
Right, because I definitely want to do a Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2 review. Also, too, I want to do an Incredible Hulk review from the Edward Norton one as well. And also I know I've already done a Doctor Strange review, but I want to actually do more of an updated version with that, because the quality wasn't as great whenever I first recorded that. And I didn't really feel like I got all my points out that I wanted to get out and fleshed out. So I want to actually redo that.
And it'll be fitting too, because for anybody who saw WandaVision is gonna, like, whatever happened in that is gonna transfer over into not only just Spider-Man and what comes out in December, but the new Doctor Strange sequel, which is directed by Sam Raimi. So we're giving you guys a fresh re-review of Doctor Strange, so we can pick up some stuff, and because Doctor Strange is coming back next year, I think. But anyway, so we're not just focusing just on the MCU. We can even do Blade. I mean, like I said, we can do that. So at Marvel, that it's not just geared towards the MCU. We're gonna do, and if there's any Marvel movies that you're favorites of and you want us to do a review for, just let us know. Yes, multiverse. I'm excited for that, hopefully, because Wanda Maximoff now that she's the MCU's version of Barry Allen.
Exactly.
And then also in May, like this is down the pipeline. We're thinking in May, like we're gonna do a thing called Director's Choice. So Sean, my buddy Sean, John, and I have all come up with directors that we're gonna do. We picked 4 movies from each director, and we're gonna go through in this review review the movies in a sense, so get it so you guys get a different perspective on different directors, their styles, all that good stuff. I'll just tease you. Mine is QT. So anybody's very familiar with the two initials of QT, then that's who my director is, and the rest you're just gonna have to find out.
Right, because I actually have a pretty good idea on what I want to do as far as directors go.
I do
things
too.
like that.
Yep.
And let's just say he's the one who drops the most F-bombs in a movie. He also uses a lot of good camera angles. He directed a couple of gangster films and things like that. So you're just gonna have to wait and see what that's gonna entail. But I'm excited for the stuff that. But here's the thing:
my director loves violence. I'll just say that my director loves violence.
Right. But let me just say this though too. I'm thrilled at the stuff that we are going to be doing. I'm excited for it. I hope that you guys are also excited for this, because this is not for us. This is for you guys and everything. We have just as much fun doing these reviews than you do as well. And I want you guys to both have a good time and everything as well.
One more thing. This is, like I said, John and I have been thinking about this for a while now, and I figured I want to mention to you guys, tentatively in June, John and I have been talking about, we're going to do movie debates. We're planning, we're going to do it. We're going to do movie debates. It's going to be don't know the full details of it yet, but just to let you guys know there's going to be movie debates. We're going to have questions, rules, standings. Essentially, we're calling it our version of the Schmodown. So if anybody's familiar with the Schmodown of movie trivia, ours is going to be about movie debates. And essentially, it's just a big conversation between the one just to prove whose side's right. Whether it can be random questions like, what's the best MCU movie? What's the best use an F word in an R-rated movie? What's the best fight sequence, action sequence, whatever. Like I said, we'll come up with so many. Each, and then like I said, don't know the full details of it yet. But once we start getting some details, so we'll be doing. John and I'll try to do a stereo where we can get the spitballing sitch to get you ideas of what do you guys want to see in this movie debates, what questions, who do you want to see go up against each other, or anything like that. Like I said, and once we do movie debates, it's not just a one-time thing. This is going to be an ongoing event.
Yeah. So, is there anything else as far as announcements goes? Because I think that we pretty much covered everything that we needed to cover. As far as that goes.
There's gonna be other stuff that'll pop up that we didn't mention tonight that we'll probably do now of that. So keep on the lookout for other trailer reactions, because as the months progress, we're pretty sure we're gonna get some pretty big trailers. I'm pretty sure sometime soon we'll be getting a Suicide Squad trailer,
or a Matrix trailer,
or a Matrix trailer, or a new Bond trailer, or whatever, Venom, anything that's coming out, not just this year, even next going into next year.
Right.
Yeah, anything. Like I said, that stuff like that. So be on the lookout for those trailer reactions. And then they'll hopefully be for bigger movies than the ones that we just had.
Right, because I had a great time doing those smaller ones, though, to be honest with you. I mean, we've done the Unholy one that we did. We've also done the Mighty Ducks review, trailer review, Game Changer.
Yeah, the Johnny Depp movie about the Who Killed Biggie. We did another direct-to-DVD movie with Morgan Freeman and that. I know, John, you had a good time with the Unholy one, because it's definitely not my genre. I don't do horror movies, so if you're interested in what my reaction was, you should probably check it out. It's the Unholy Star. It stars Jeffrey Dean Morgan, aka Negan.
Yep.
And also in Swordfish is that wouldn't be end of the month, but that's also got the Cheats. Don Cheadle was in that one movie too. That one's if you don't know what Swordfish is, it's essentially it's a really cool movie. It's a very good movie. It's got some cool action sequences in it. John Travolta's great in it. And it was a 2001 movie that came out. It had a pretty good cast, and it was the first R-rated movie I watched with my parents. So that was so yeah, I'm really pumped for that. It was Swordfish is just a great movie. So if you don't know what that movie is, check it out.
Definitely check that movie out. You can actually get that at Walmart. You can pick that movie up at the $5 bin right now at Walmart or $10 bin at Walmart. That's where I got Swordfish. As a matter of fact, that's also where I got Face Off. So
it's also, I believe, on HBO Max right now.
Okay. Even better.
I think so. And also, for any HBO Max fans, May 1st, Tenet is released on HBO Max. So anybody hasn't gotten a chance to check out Tenet yet, I highly recommend it. But you can find it on HBO Max on May 1st.
Okay. So I think that's about it as far as announcements goes. Look, if the Eternals does come out for a trailer, we'll definitely do a trailer reaction for that as well, because we're good towards just about anything, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Spider-Man should be coming out in December, so we'll hopefully get a trailer for that before then.
Yep.
And then there's other movies coming out, like heck, we'll even do Top Gun. I mean, we'll even do
Maverick.
Yeah, Top Gun Maverick, and
then the new Mission Impossible one too.
Yeah, that's in November as well. Okay.
Tenet. Still debating if I want to watch that again. I am gonna watch that. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm interested to find out if I understand it, or if I'm gonna be like in the majority of people who still don't understand what's going on in that movie. So, that's gonna be something that me, Charlie, and Tamika are gonna be doing soon. As soon as I get that movie onto HBO, as soon as I get that movie onto HBO Max, I'm definitely gonna sit my butt down and watch it. So
I liked it. I thought it was great because then again, I was a huge Inception fan. Inception's one of my all-time favorite movies, and the more I watch it, the more I understand it. I thought it was cool. It was my very first employee sneak I got to see with my buddy Sean. I mean, I thought it was cool. I mean, visually, I haven't seen a movie like this, and it kind of helped Nolan become that one of those directors that you can, like, if he comes up with original ideas, because that's what we're missing. We're missing original ideas, directors that come up with their original ideas. And I like Tenet. That's why I was able to pick up on stuff. Tenet was just cool. But then again, that's not me. It's not for everybody, but.
Right. All right. So that's pretty much everything that we have on the agenda. I hope that you guys enjoyed the announcements that we made. If you guys have any suggestions, how can you do that? Just go on ahead and email us at movieloversunite@gmail.com, and we'll go on ahead and we'll figure out a way to put some of your ideas into the works for maybe the next following month, or maybe during that month as well. So go on ahead, go to email us over at movieloversunite@gmail.com for that. Another thing too, guys, is this: if you guys want to donate towards the show, how do you do that? I say click the link below, but you're just gonna have to listen to my mouth run for a little bit. Hold on. Thoughts on Discard or something like that. To be honest with you, man, with Discard, I know everybody Discard. I know that everybody uses Discard and stuff like that. For me personally, it's too complex for me and things like that. I find this a lot easier because I can actually interact with everybody and things like that. I find it too convoluted and stuff like that for me and my taste. I just like something that's simple to where I can actually interact with people and things like that. So that's just my whole entire perspective of Discord, because I tried doing D&D with Discord, and that is some of the complex stuff that I'm just not used to. And I tried getting into Discord. It's just not for me. And I'm not just knocking anybody that likes Discord or anything like that, because I know several people that uses Discord for their stuff. It's just, for me, it's not the layout that I would actually go with. But hey, that's maybe sometime in the future, maybe. But for now, nah, not right now. But like I said, if you guys want to go on ahead and donate to the show, how do you do that? You're just going ahead and go to the GoFundMe page by going to www.gofundme.com/Movie Lovers Podcast. And of course, you guys can find us on Facebook underneath the same name as this, Movie Lovers, TV Lovers Unite. And then, of course, you can follow us on Pinterest as well underneath the same name. And then, oh, me. Okay, this is what Luke said. Well, meaning as a place for your community to engage outside of this, I think it's helpful with bots to automate updates. Yeah, it's something that I can look for in the future. I do have a Discord account, to be honest with you. I just don't hardly ever get on it. That's the thing. So anyways, another thing too is like I said, with Pinterest, you can find us over there at Movie Lovers TV Lovers Unite over there. Of course, you guys can go on ahead and find me also on Twitter at Movie Lovers Unit. Of course, you can follow me over at John Gregorio 8 on Twitter, and then you can also follow me on Stereo at Movie Lovers Unit over there. And those are all the places that you can actually find me at. And then, of course, like I mentioned before, just go ahead and send us an email by going to movieloversunite@gmail.com for everything that you need. If you have questions or if you're a sponsor or anything like that, go on ahead and give us an email, and we'll be glad to go on ahead and take care of you as soon as we get the emails and everything. So that's going to be it as far as the shows go. I just want to say thank you, Charlie, for joining me. I know this is like last minute, but I figured that we needed to do some announcements, let everybody be in the loop. So with that being said, guys, we'll be back tomorrow night doing a show. I can't wait to do. Matter of fact, I forgot one little small thing. The Sopranos audio podcast only stuff. Now here's the thing. Tomorrow night I'm recording the after show with Mike and of course with Stephanie, who happens to run the Sopranos Blueprint. And we are still doing it. It's just that what I'm doing with this is I'm recording all the episodes for season 6, episode 1, side A. So basically, after all those episodes are done with part 1, I'm going to put it all into one episode. So basically, think of it as listen to a giant cassette tape. So side A would be part 1. And then once we get into season 6, part 2, that would be side B. So think of that as also listening to a cassette tape and just flipping it over to side B. So we are still doing a Sopranos show as far as reviews go and stuff like that. And that's going to be the end of everything that we have to say. Always until next time, guys. It's been real. It's been fun. Can't wait to do this again. And bye-bye.